Hello BookTube, Aaron here. Hope you're doing okay. Today I'm going to be doing the Travelling with Books tag. It's part of a pile of tags that I'm trying to catch up on. And it's a tag that was created by Gina from Gina Stan Your Books. And I was very kindly tagged by Garrett from the Poet's Artifact. So I'll have their channels and their videos down below in the description. And also just a few more versions of this tag that I've seen scattered across BookTube, just if you're interested, if you enjoy the tag. And apologies if I'm a bit sniffly today. I don't know quite what's up with me, but just a little sniffly. But let's get into the tag. It's not too long, so hopefully I won't ramble on too much. So the first prompt is: do you read when you travel? And yeah, I always enjoy taking a book with me wherever I go. I do find it a bit odd if I'm traveling, and if you're seeing friends or family or something, and your schedule is kind of all kind of wrapped around them, so you're not really in control of it as much. And so I don't really get as much reading as I would, usually. But I try to, find at least some time to read when I travel. Number 2 is: do you travel with paper books? And yeah, I read mostly paper books. I've been experimenting with e-reading, but I generally tend to read paper books, so I generally tend to take them with me. Number 3 is: do you travel with an e-reader? Usually I don't, just because I'm still experimenting with e-reading. But I've got my Kindle here, and just earlier this month I went camping, and so I downloaded the complete works of Shakespeare onto my Kindle, just so that I could have them with me for Shakestember, so that if the mood struck me to read a Shakespeare play while I was away, I had them all there with me. It turned out I didn't, but at least it was there, and I'll still try to take an e-reader with me when going travelling if it sort of aligns with my reading plans. Then number 4 is: how many books do you pack with you when you travel? I generally just tend to take 2 or 3 books. It'll be the books that I'm currently reading, and if I think I'll either finish them while I'm away, or if they're books that are really just to dip in and out of, then I'll take another book just in case I feel I'll need it. But with that last camping trip, I packed way too many books. So as well as the complete Shakespeare, which I didn't touch on my Kindle at all, I also brought Kafka's complete stories, which I did. I think most of my reading was actually Kafka. So that was quite fun. And yeah, it didn't feel too much to go and read a Kafka story. It kind of the rest of the trip kind of fit around reading Kafka. I also dipped into some of Paul Celan's poems while I was there as well, and they were really the only 2 books I read while I was away, while I was travelling. I also had with me, kind of defeating the object of having Shakespeare's complete works on my Kindle, I brought along his complete sonnets and poems in a paper book, and I just didn't touch it while I was there. And then I also had at the very bottom of my bag, Vertigo by W.G. Sebald, and I totally forgot that it was there. Although when I found it in my bag when I got home, it prompted me to go and read it. And I also brought along, for some reason, the London Review of Books, which, again, I didn't read, but it did get a little bit wet. So there you go. That's how many books I brought with me on my last trip, and I only really touched 2 of them. And then number 5 is: does where you go or how long you're travelling impact the amount or type of books you take? Not really. It tends to, sort of go around my general reading plans, and so with that one, I brought along books for Shakestember because I was hoping to read for Shakestember, but I ended up just doing all my reading for that event at home. But I just don't generally take along the books I'm currently reading, and just in case I'll bring another book, just in case I finish those books. And that's, normally how it works. Then number 6 is, do you buy books when travelling? And do you visit bookshops or libraries? And I love to visit bookshops and libraries when I go travelling. Mostly bookshops, although I have visited libraries as well, and I think it's a lovely, nosy way to see what that community is reading and what that community is interested in and enjoys. But yeah, I generally do buy books when I go travelling. It's an excuse to find just different books, different bookshops, different fun places. And it's only really, I mean, I don't really fly that much, but it would only really be if I'm flying. I'd be more careful about how much I buy, or if anything, just in case there's not enough room in my bag to take it back with me. But on this last trip, I did pick up 5 books. I picked up Farid Ud-Din Attar's The Conference of the Birds, just one of those sort of seminal works of poetry, and it's I'm trying to broaden a little sort of range and of poetry that I'm reading, so that should help with that a little bit. I also picked up this. It's the American Transcendentalists, The Essential Writings. It's a lovely, very floppy modern library edition, which you don't really see over here in the UK that much, I suppose, with them being American. And I don't really know that much about transcendentalism. I even have to think quite hard to just to say it. I thought that'd be a fun introduction to that world and that sort of mode of thought. And I also picked up a little handful of John le Carré novels. So I've got The Little Drummer Girl, I've got Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and also The Looking Glass War, because I haven't really read all too much by John le Carré, but I do quite enjoy him, so I'll have that for when I'm in the mood. So yeah, they're books that I've bought recently on my travels, just in the last couple of weeks, yeah, my luggage is generally a fair bit heavier on the way back than it is on the way there, and books are normally the reason. But there we go, that's the end of the tag. I'm not going to tag anyone in particular, but if you'd like to do this tag, then please consider yourself tagged, and yeah, knock yourself out. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.